Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but in recent years, going to sleep has not been as enjoyable as it used to be. Lying down hurts, turning over is stiff, and waking up, my back aches like someone sneaked up on me in the night. There were days when I had to sit for an hour just to rub my back before getting out of bed. Have you ever felt like that? At my age, back pain is not uncommon. But if I toss and turn every night because of back pain, it's a big deal. If I don't sleep well, it's hard to be happy the next day, hard to have the energy to walk, garden, or simply hold my grandchildren. So today, I'd like to invite you to sit down, make a cup of hot tea, and then let's talk a little about how we sleep, because sometimes just changing a small position can make our backs a lot better. Together we will explore 5 simple but extremely useful sleeping positions to help reduce back pain, especially for those of us who are old. These positions do not require any fancy equipment, just a few pillows in the right place, a little patience to try, and you can feel the obvious change. Okay, let's start with the first position, the position that I called lying on your side with a pillow. The first sleeping position, lying on your side, hugging a pillow between your legs. Once I visited an old friend in Arizona. He had chronic back pain and had to carry a bottle of massage medicine with him wherever he went. However, when I stayed at his house, I learned how to lie on your side with a pillow, which he said was a savior for my back. The method is very simple. You lie on whichever side feels most comfortable, left or right. Then, you put a thin pillow between your knees. If possible, add a small pillow to support the waist and hips, where pain is most common. The beauty of this position is that it helps keep the spine naturally straight, without twisting or tilting while sleeping. Just imagine, if you lie on your side and your knees rub against each other, your hips will be pushed out of alignment and your back will twist. The pillow in the middle helps you keep the right position, reducing pressure on your lower back. Many older people I know have tried it and said their pain has completely subsided after just a few nights. Of course, it may be a little strange at first, but once you get used to it, you will find it so comfortable that you won't want to sleep any other way. Second position, lying on your back with a pillow under your knees. One fall evening, I was lying on the couch in the backyard, looking at the stars over Kansas. I didn't notice it at the time, but I accidentally bent my legs slightly and there was a thin pillow under my knees. The next morning I woke up, my back was so light. So I tried it while sleeping in bed, and the results were amazing. When lying on your back, place a thin pillow, or a rolled-up towel, under your knees. The idea is to prevent your lower back from arching into the bed. At our age, the lower back is very sensitive, and lying incorrectly can cause pain. A pillow under your knees helps relax the muscles in your hips and relieve pressure on your spine. Combined with a soft, not too soft mattress, this is an ideal position for those who often suffer from lower back pain or have a history of mild disc herniation. I have an aunt in Florida, 74 years old, who has always had to take mild painkillers before going to bed. Since putting a pillow under her knees, she says she sleeps more deeply and doesn't have any more pain when she wakes up in the morning. After learning the first 2 positions, one for people who like to sleep on their side, one for people who sleep on their back, we will continue with other positions that are simple but equally effective. There is a position that sounds a bit strange, but is recommended by many doctors in the US. Let's explore the next 2 positions. The third position that I want to share, when heard, many people will frown or shake their heads. Lying on your stomach can help relieve back pain? Sounds absurd, right? But in fact, if you know how to adjust and support it properly, this position can relieve the lower back quite effectively, especially in some cases of pain due to herniated discs or muscle pain due to sitting too much. I remember when I visited my nephew who was a nurse in Oregon, he told me that many elderly patients, especially veterans, often slept on their stomachs. And when they were instructed to place pillows in the right position, their back pain improved significantly after a few weeks. Third position, supported stomach sleeping pillow under lower abdomen. To make the stomach sleeping position friendly to your back, the most important thing is to place a thin pillow under your lower abdomen right at the pelvic area. This helps reduce pressure on the lumbar spine, avoiding the lower back from arching too deeply. If you don't have a thin pillow, you can roll up a soft towel instead. Some people even find it more comfortable to skip the pillow, that is, lie on your stomach with your head tilted to one side and no high pillow. This helps prevent the neck from bending too much and keeps the spine in a natural state. Of course, this position is not suitable for everyone. If you feel tightness in your chest, shortness of breath, or a stiff neck, don't try it. But if you try it and it feels comfortable, it could be your new friend in sleep. A doctor in California, Davis, said that after switching to sleeping on his stomach with a pillow, his back pain in the mornings was significantly reduced. Although he didn't sleep all night in this position, he often started his sleep like this and then turned over to his side after a few hours. Fourth position, lying on your back with your legs elevated. One of the common causes of back pain is poor circulation in the back and legs, causing the muscles in these areas to be tense for a long time. And a sleeping position that elevates your legs slightly above your heart can help blood flow better, thereby reducing pressure on the spine. I know many people in the Houston Health Club who elevate their legs every night, not as high as when practicing yoga, just a few pillows stacked together is enough. They say it not only relieves back pain, but also reduces swelling in the legs after a day of walking. The method is very simple. Lie on your back, then place 2 to 3 soft pillows under your calves and heels so that your feet are slightly higher than your hips. Do not place them directly under your knees, but rather so that your entire leg from the knees down is gently supported. This position is also great for those with varicose veins or who often have cramps at night. And if you want to increase the effectiveness, you can combine it with gentle deep breathing before going to bed. You just need to lie still, close your eyes and inhale through your nose, exhale slowly through your mouth. Do this for a few minutes, and your body will feel noticeably relaxed. I know, when hearing this, some of you may think, oh, so I have to change my sleeping position. I'm used to it now, it's hard to change. I understand that feeling. I was hesitant at first too. But if you just try it, slowly, night by night, your body will gradually adapt. And at some point, you will be surprised because it turns out that a good night's sleep is also a gift that we can completely give back to ourselves. Now, we only have one last position, a position that I call for really difficult nights. It is a simple position, but many people do not pay much attention to it. Let's explore it together. There are nights, I'm sure you have experienced, when your back hurts so much that you can't lie still. Turning over hurts, sitting up hurts. At times like that, I often sit on the edge of the bed, rub my back, and sigh. But then, I learned a way, very gentle, not fussy, and from then on, those nights suddenly became much easier to breathe. Position: lying in the fetal position, gently hugging yourself. Hearing the name fetal makes you think it is only for young people or pregnant women, but in fact, this is one of the positions that experts at bone and joint centers in the U.S. highly appreciate for the elderly with back pain due to spinal degeneration or spinal stenosis, a fairly common condition after the age of 60. It's very simple. You lie on your side, pull both knees up to your chest a little, and bend your head slightly towards your knees. Your hands can lightly hug the pillow or hug your own legs. This position helps to widen the distance between the vertebrae in the lower back, creating space for the nerves to not be compressed, thereby significantly reducing the feeling of pain. A small note: don't curl up too tightly, you just need to roll up gently, as if you were hugging yourself. You can add a thin pillow between your knees or behind your back to feel safer and more comfortable. I have an aunt named Ruth, 78 years old, in North Carolina, who says she uses this position every time she has back pain at night. She says that not only does she sleep, but she also feels comforted, like she is back to when she was a child, being lulled to sleep by her mother with gentle hugs. Thinking back, we often take care of others, children, grandchildren, friends, but sometimes forget to hug ourselves, especially when our bodies are crying out in pain. A deep, pain-free sleep is the gift we deserve after a long life of hard work. So, together we have gone through 5 gentle and effective sleeping positions. Lying on your side, hugging a pillow between your legs. Lying on your back, with a pillow under your knees. Lying on your stomach with support, pillow under your lower abdomen. Lying on your back, with your legs raised. And the fetal position. Different positions are suitable for different types of back pain, and there is no one right way for everyone. The most important thing is to listen to your body, see what feels best for you, and be patient and experiment a little bit each day. Sometimes, just changing a pillow, adjusting your sleeping position a little, can help you sleep better all night. And then the next morning, your back hurts less, your mood is lighter, you can take your grandchild for a walk, make a nice cup of tea, or simply sit in the garden and watch the flowers bloom without your back bothering you. If you find these positions helpful, or have your own way of helping you sleep well and relieve back pain, please share them in the comments below. Who knows, your sharing may help someone else who is also struggling with sleep find a gentler way. And if you find this video useful, don't hesitate to like the video, and subscribe to the channel so we can meet again in the next videos, where I will continue to share tips for living happily and healthfully at this age. Wishing you a good night's sleep tonight, with a light back and a peaceful mind. And as I always say, old age is not about slowing down, but about living deeper, living with better quality every breath, every sleep. Hello, and see you soon.